What up, Twitch? It's your boy PsZomb1e coming at you live on a Monday night. We are really excited to be doing some D&D. We had to take a little bit of a hiatus. And I apologize publicly. This is my public apology to all of you on the Twitterverse. However, we're going to get into it tonight with some good Unbeaten Path. A couple announcements before we get there. I'm your host, PsZomb1e. This is our channel. We do D&D and some gameplay videos with friends. And you can find us on all the social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. We even have a Patreon. We have a YouTube channel. We have this Twitch page. And we have a merch store here on the Twitch page as well. We also have a Discord channel that's located here on Twitch. So that's all the things. Do want to remind you that you can subscribe to your favorite streamer. If you are Amazon Primer and you have Amazon Prime, you can use that subscription to subscribe to one streamer a month. And I encourage that to be PsZomb1e. Hit us up with that and any likes, subscribes, follows, chats that you can send our way. We eat it all up like compliments. We really do. So thank you for finding us. We are happy to have the views now or after the fact. And I'm here with PsZomb1e, who is the creator of this Unbeaten Path game. And he will be our DM for tonight. PsZomb1e, how's it going?
Howdy. Feeling a little under the weather, but ready to play some D&D. I low-rolled my con check this morning, so I have one level of exhaustion. So just don't make me roll too many skill checks and we'll be fine.
Can we just say that is a devoted DM, folks, that you have that's willing to fight through his illness to provide some D&D content for you?
Right. Yes, it's not code.
DM.
Don't worry, you can watch without a mask on.
This whole apartment
JK, it's not that.
is playing D&D.
I heard it comes through
That's
the
a
screen.
subscribe. Thank you, Battle Arbor. We appreciate the subscribe.
Hey.
You too can be the subscription provider.
I tried to do it a couple of weeks ago, but
Drop that
the
Amazon
Prime was gone.
Prime
So
subscription.
if you were having issues locating your Prime a couple of weeks ago, look at it now. Maybe you can sub as well.
That's right.
Prime Gaming.
We
Prime Gaming.
could use a little pre-game banter, I feel like. Climate Change earlier asked, Putu,
Oh, yeah?
what question are you going to ask? And I realized I hadn't asked a question prior to a stream starting in 2023. So I feel like we need to do that. But Climate Changer said to give him a heads up for future questions. So I'm going to use one that we were talking about before the stream happened so he's prepared because I'm a good friend like that. We're going to talk about what you're playing. So PsZomb1e, what are you playing right now?
You're playing D&D.
Oh! And now Climate Changer's playing D&D because he just
This
subscribed.
whole
Thank you, Climate Changer.
apartment
Hey!
is playing D&D.
I am playing Assassin's
Don't
Creed
forget that.
Valhalla. I went back to it. I picked it up on sale a while back and didn't really play much of it, but I've been kind of getting into it lately. They have some really interesting alternate game modes. They have a rouge-like mode that they included where you play as Odin trying to break Baldur out of Helheim. So that was pretty fun. So I'm kind of enjoying some of the unique aspects of it. And all the flaws of a typical Assassin's Creed are there. It's you just go to place, loot chest, go to the other place, but sometimes that's a good way to spend some time.
Sometimes that's what you want. Absolutely.
True.
Yeah.
True. That's a good one.
Well,
Battle Armor, what are you playing?
I am playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and my mind is blown at how good this game is. It's insanely good. It's one of the best JRPGs I've ever played. Combat's really fun. Chris specific recommend. It plays a lot like a Tales game. And there's a lot of similar mechanics there that I can kind of see the through line of how I don't know. I've never played the original. I haven't played just Final Fantasy VII.
I think it's just straight up
I'm going to go
turn-based,
and yeah. but I'm enjoying the sort of mixed aspects of it. Yeah, I've been having an absolutely solid time with it.
Cool.
Yeah.
7 is so good. And the remake looked awesome. That's awesome. There's also a very, very, very funny...
I like that it has its own plot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's also...
Very unique remake.
If you like abridged videos on YouTube, I love them. So, like, for example, on YouTube, there's Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, takes all the old Yu-Gi-Oh! Episodes and abridges them with comedy.
Yeah.
Little Kariba does it. Check it out.
Classic.
It's very funny, very classic. There's also the Team 4-Star that does the Dragon Ball Z abridged. Anyway, somebody, I think it's Team 4-Star. Yes, it is Team 4-Star. They did an abridged of Final Fantasy VII that's hilarious. So, if you just want a good laugh and kind of get the general plot of the game, because they do keep with the plot, check that out. It's worth the yucks. And
I like how the abridged do end up actually like following the plot a little bit. I felt like Dragon Ball Z did that a lot better than the Yu-Gi-Oh! One did. Like the Yu-Gi-Oh! One is just off the rails and it has its own plot.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed DBZ abridged for actual content.
It is good. Cool.
Did we get a climate changer played?
We're going to climate changer now.
I've tried a lot of games this past couple months, and then I haven't really stuck with. So I have a large Steam wallet amount because I've returned a lot of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to Sons of the Forest. It's coming out on the 23rd. I want to check that out. It's like horror survival kind of game. They got some pretty good reviews for the first one anyway.
I'm looking at that Atomic Heart game. I'd love to play that soon. People are saying like Russian BioShock.
Mm-hmm.
Seems
Yeah.
fun.
I've been hearing about that one too.
What's it called?
Atomic Heart.
Oh yeah,
It
I saw
literally
some memes
just
for that.
came out. Yeah. But looks fun. I like it. I like the vibes.
I have been playing a lot of mobile games. Wild Rift.
Guess yeah, I've been playing a lot of Wild Rift. Really, that's what.
That's the real
I
answer.
gotta play some Wild Rift.
Yeah, that's like all I play.
Yeah.
And a little Fortnite, a little bit.
He got about. Don't just say a little bit. He got a
You
picture
know,
of Rala, folks. This guy, he's a gamer.
Well done.
Hey, cool.
Can
Great.
No scope. No cap, as they say.
Do they say that?
They do say that.
Yeah, that's what all the kids say.
So aside from playing a lot of Wild Rift myself with Climate Changer, because yes, he does, and I've been playing a little bit with PsZomb1e. There is Nintendo has those emulators, those like Switch Online. You can play all the NES. They've got some NES games, Super NES, 64, and Genesis.
Yeah.
They added the Game Boy Color, or just Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. Those have been fun. And recently, I haven't checked it out today, but it was supposed to drop today. There was a limited release of being able to play PlayStation 2 games on the Nintendo Switch Online. So I need to check that out and get back to you folks. That's right. I was reading an article from Nintendo that they had a selection they were running between the 20th and the 27th. So I need to check that out. Yeah, look it up. Battle Armor.
I'm looking it up right now. I was wondering. I actually in the week and a little bit that the
You're playing D&D.
oh
This
yeah.
whole apartment.
In the week and a half of the
Playing
Game Boy
D&D.
Advance emulator's been on, I did beat Minish Cap, and I am currently quite a good way bit through the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
Yeah.
Love Superstar Saga. Huge fan. There's some real tight games on there for sure. Played some WarioWare. Classic.
I never played Paper Mario, and I'm playing through that now on the 64 one.
On the 64?
Oh,
yeah,
so good, right?
man.
it's fun.
Yeah,
And
should
so
be.
I'm kind of waiting to get through that to go for that one. But yeah, I got my eye on that one. And then I love
Yeah.
Minish Cap. I still have my hard copy of Minish Cap around here. It's great.
I do too.
I want to pause
Minish
real quick,
Cap,
though, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank Risky Biscuit. I saw you with the subscribe. We appreciate it.
Risky
Thank you
Biscuit.
for being a good supporter of the stream. That's 3,
Oh,
folks.
hell yeah.
And
3 subs in a stream?
That's like a
That's-
record.
That is, and it's a good number, right? 3 for Dale Earnhardt. 3 is a good number. Particularly considering
Dale
Daytona
lady.
500 was this weekend, so that's a good number to be on. Coming off the, there it is.
Literally have it right here.
That's great. Minish Cap's awesome.
I saw they were going to come out with Golden Sun.
Very good.
I never played that the first time around. I was thinking about trying.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad that the Advance Wars also has an actual release date now. Advance
Yes.
Wars
Oh,
1
yeah,
and 2.
the
Did
remake.
you like
that
Advance
looks
Wars
pretty
as
It
well?
got,
I love Advance
I
Wars.
do. I love Advance Wars. Yeah. I think I
It
played
looks like it's a
3.
real, like, kind of
That sounds-
overhaul more than a remake. Like, it seems like
Yeah.
they put in some work to it. I'm psyched for that
Strike.
Leighton
Yeah,
game, too. That might
Dual
be
Strike
kind of
is the one I
sick.
played the DS. Yeah, the Leighton. I love the Leighton series. Such a amusing concept to have.
I mean, I put it in the
Okay,
same
go for it.
category as, like, Phoenix Wright, like Ghost Trick, like puzzle
it's,
anime game.
It's so much more direct than like it has less kayfabe around it than like Phoenix Wright does.
like
it's
you're
just
just doing
like
puzzles.
here's a puzzle. Yeah, it's like I'll murder you if you don't solve my puzzles 3. It's like okay, well, it seems a bit on the nose.
Well, that's it for our banter, folks. Talking about games we're playing, giving some lead up
Banter
time for
ended.
banter
Successful
is
banter.
complete. We have talked about our games. We learned more about one another, and we came full circle. And now
Banter accomplished.
ready to get into this Unbeaten
Friendship
Path.
achieved.
And,
Plus 1 friendship.
Kick it over to PsZomb1e.
Howdy. All right. Let me get on the correct page. Let's all get on the same page here.
But then
Yeah,
you'll be able
so-
to see my character sheet.
So we finally made it into the Gray Empire. And we're currently in the house of Top, who was a friendly dark dwarf who kind of described a little bit the situation going on in the Gray Empire. They're being invaded by demons. He kind of does crafting work down here, blacksmith work, and directed them towards the city if they're interested in finding more information about how to return to the path. And that's pretty much where we left off.
We have a
Then-
new streamer on the.
Yeah,
That's right.
this
the
is
stream.
Lewis. He'll be playing the role of Newt today.
He's passed into
I wonder
the
if there.
real
I
world.
wonder if there's a way you could rig a cat, like somehow translate a cat's real life actions into roles and have it actually play your familiar. It would not be
Yeah.
helpful at all, but it would be funny.
Set up like
It would be
those
fun.
streams where the goldfish makes all the
Exactly.
decisions.
That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
Yeah.
Just
Give
like
it like a little
wrap
collar
up some
that has
camera
like
to
a
Lewis's
GPS on it or whatever.
actions.
That just
Like,
makes me think
and
of
he's wandered off the map.
It makes me think of the end of Inside Out, where they start zooming into other people's heads of the the emotions or whatever, and they get to the cats, and the cats are just like all over the place inside of the brain of the cat. It's great.
I liked how the dads, like, they all had mustaches.
Yeah, they were all.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's great.
This is one of my favorite things.
Putting the foot down. Foot is down.
Yeah, so I think we were thinking about leaving the slums and heading towards the city proper, perhaps. It's kind of interesting tangent.
Yeah.
In my cities and urbanization class, we've been learning about how to define slums and how they're being like redefined kind of recently because previous definitions were inadequate. But it's kind of funny because the teacher was like, "What is a slum?" And we're like, I do not know exactly how to define that. A bad place to live? I don't.
Yeah,
What exactly?
I would say predominantly urban environment that is residential and lower income. Those are my definitions of slums: is lower income, urban, residential.
Yeah, I went like super broad, and I just said like a portion of the city that has enough of a it is enough worse to define itself in its own category. Like it has,
That's true.
it can be
Yeah.
defined. A slum can be defined as a slum, and therefore it is a slum. It's always a
almost
safe definition.
distinct. It's distinct.
I'd
by
say it's like an
distinction.
ad hoc
that's it.
construction that
Yeah.
doesn't
We have an
comply with
architect
any
here.
local,
that's
local code requirements. Hasn't been approved, by any local jurisdiction to be there. Like a tent city or something like that would be.
Yeah, we were learning about a city in India that was really interesting. That kind of was like people had like kind of permanent-ish housing, but on public land that wasn't designated for like housing usage. So it's like a big complication for them because it's like, do you supply these people with utilities? Like, do you like remove them? Like, but they have like concrete houses, like they have proper residences.
That's wild.
Have you all
illegal.
seen the like building complex in China that just was like built by the inhabitants? It used to be like parking garage, like giant, massive parking garage. They infilled it with like thousands and thousands of rooms and like made their own city in this giant parking garage.
That's wild.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's like
It's pretty middle.
they ran their own electricity and water and everything. It's crazy. Well, that's a good case study. An extreme case study. I can't remember
Well,
the
it's like
name.
by those
That would really
definitions, I'm
be
like,
helpful.
the U.S. would have very few slums, I think, because we're pretty strict with like housing and stuff. Like, anyways, way off tangent.
So are we in a
so
slum,
you guys,
DM?
yes, you are in slums.
Definition.
These are impromptu housing, but like the kind of slums that are everybody knows about them, they tolerate them. Like it would be kind of unethical to remove these people. So it's a slums by design kind of scenario.
Sometimes.
Slums by design is my favorite Martha Stewart frame.
Slums by design. Like Zaun a little bit in Arcane. Yeah.
Is there a game show we could join? I think that's the best way to get into the kingdom. Yes, guys, we need to find a game show. It's not to just walk in. I'm trying to think of like a totally random way to get up there.
Not out here in the slums.
Do we want to do character introductions? Is that a thing we like to do?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you guys can do that. Why don't you start us out there, Battle Armor?
Yeah. My name's Battle Armor. I'm playing a Varial Artificer named Keros Fester. Curious guy, likes to learn things. His fun fact is that he likes to invent games that only involve himself, and he plays them like road games, but like just for everyday life. He's got little games going on in his head sometimes. That's his fun fact.
Nice.
I'm PU'd
All right. Well, Putu, you wanna?
Yes, I do. I'm PU'd ASU. I play Amubus Calfin. I play a Minotaur who is a cleric. Specific path to the grave. Yes.
Path of the Grave.
A little bit about Amubus is he actually enjoys not games but puzzles. Being a worshiper of
Puzzles are
Uptown
games.
and like specifically puzzles. Among the game world, being a follower of Uptown and into mazes, he likes to kind of a good brain teaser every now and then. A little bit of insight into Mubus. But then he gets frustrated and he doesn't do puzzles for a while. He rage quits pretty quickly.
Okay.
All right, climate change.
Alibaba is who I'm playing. He's a tiefling warlock. He has a genie patron, which bestowed him with a flask, contains his patron. He won his patronage in dangerous dice. And a fun fact about Alibaba is when he was very young and he first learned how to use prestidigitation, instead of being sent into the mines with the other orphans, he was sent to warm up the beverages for the nobles in his area with prestidigitation. So that was what saved him from the mine. Yeah.
Bearer.
Cup warmer.
All right, yeah, and they're also accompanied by Nat, who is a deep gnome who they found in the sewers. And
she's very deep. She's said a
she
lot of
follows them
philosophical
around.
things.
Amubus is going to.
She had to grow up quick in those sewers.
Hit me with something deep, Alibaba says.
Deep gnome.
Yeah, everything I say is deep. I'm a deep gnome. That's not the attitude of winter. What does he say? You remember that from Parks and Rec?
Oh, yeah.
That's not the attitude of a winner. Everything I do is the attitude of a winner because I have won an award.
Because I am a winner.
Yeah, that's not the attitude of an award winner. Everything I do is the attitude of an award winner because I have won an award.
Classic.
Okay, I heard Amubus will.
Yes. Before we depart, Amubus just looks down at Nat for a moment and says, Nat, I really think you should reconsider coming with us. Are you sure you can? We can't fully guarantee your safety. We don't know where we're marching into. Perhaps you should reconsider staying here.
Well, there's a part of the city called the Gnome Quarter, and I'd really kind of like to get there. It's where my people are, and the facilities there are just more gnomey. So if you can get me to the center of the city, I can probably make it from there. So there's no place like Gnome.
There's no place like Gnome.
There's Gnome. Gnome.
Gnome place like Gnome.
I think that's what we established Gnomish is.
You just say gnome over and over in different inflections.
And any N word is just GN instead.
Yes.
Did we take a little rest?
Perhaps we will pass it on the way.
I don't think we
yeah,
took a
you
long
may.
rest. I think we did take.
Oh, great. That
I mean, it's
helps
up to you.
That
You're in a house, so.
I say yes to get my
That's true.
spells back.
Ow.
Yes, let's do it. I need my spells at full.
Okay.
It was
Sounds
like
good.
take a breather. Yeah,
I don't think I have anything to recover. Maybe spells.
Yeah, there's
Possible spells.
Yeah, it's more or less a workshop. He gave you free reign, but you can do like mats on the floor and type stuff. So, it's not going to be the best, neither the worst sleep of your life. I'm sure you guys have rested in far worse places.
For my head.
I think I was making a sort of switchblade kind of situation for King of Sleep, and a scabbard for Thrustweb. I believe was established.
Yeah. So do you have?
previously.
Are you
That
proficient
is
in Smith tools?
Tinker's tools and Smith's tools.
Yeah.
Yes, both of them.
Yeah, so if you want to do an intelligence check with either of those, well, probably Smith tools. I would say Tinker or Smith for the hidden blade, and then probably Smith for the sheath.
Cool. That's just int plus proficiency. Yeah.
Yeah, use it like a proficient skill that is in. So if you could
Cool.
even roll a proxy skill if you will.
Select. Yeah, I'm gonna do Arcana for the Thrustweb and History for the King of Sleep for no reason other than differentiating them so I can hit them both at once.
Okay. Oof.
Boink, boink. Oh.
All right, so the hidden blade goes rather well. You're able to mount the dagger. Obviously, the dagger itself is not able to be worked on by you at least not in these conditions. In a different kind of forge, you could probably work on magic items, but you're able to work around it, mount it very effectively, get a sort of in and out action to it, and that works well. The sheath's a little bit iffier. It's a very irregular shaped blade. It is like thicker at one end than it is at the other. It seems to be made of some sort of solid web material rather than any particular metal. So it's almost like it doesn't want to go inside anything.
We've sort of got a Pikachu situation on our hands.
So
Evil Pikachu.
Rather than kind of a full sheath, you get almost like some rigid straps that it'll hold it outside, and it has like an edge protector, so it's not going to poke anyone while it's at his side. It's better than it being loose, but the sword itself is still visible. It's like not a covered sheath scenario, but
yeah,
it's certainly far safer and also looks a bit more like reasonable for walking around town rather than just a giant sword.
Just a loose sword.
So
yeah,
you are able to fashion something.
Well,
right,
apologies, Amoos.
This is why we roll, because
this blade is difficult to work with. I don't know that I can do any better than this, but here you are. This I'm just proud of. Here you go, Alibaba.
Thank you.
All right, I appreciate the
This is
effort.
wonderful.
Yeah, it's almost like he's like, this is the best I can do. Here you go, Alibaba. It's like he hands you like a crushed up cupcake and then like a beautiful multi-tiered wedding cake to Alibaba, and you're like, was that the best you could do, or did you just not try? No, but honestly, like, even though it was a natural one, a 9's not like a terrible roll.
No. I spent 6 of the 8 hours on the mechanism, and then 15 minutes
Well, to be aged, I think given who you are, probably a hidden blade is more interesting to you than a sheath. Like, you're
Absolutely.
like, this is cool.
Yeah. This is maybe I'm one of the few people who can do this mechanism, and everybody and their mother can make a sheet.
If you didn't want to do it, just
Good
say it.
times.
I just don't think I can do a very good job at it. Not that I don't want to do it.
Yeah, the King of Sleep is just a much more chill weapon overall.
It has fewer
that
wants
cat.
and desires. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good cat.
Almost like it's inanimate. All right, cool. So you guys get your devices, and you didn't care to make anything for yourself, did you, Karos?
No, I don't really have any optimizations I need to do
Yeah,
right now. This is not my ideal workstation for a set of Magitech armor anyway. It's just a hot forge.
Yeah, we could. One thing that might be kind of interesting to you is you too have a new sword. You might want some sort of mount or integration for that.
With its grace,
you don't just have a loose sword.
Yeah, let's see.
It's kind of like a stone longsword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll build a sort of retractable scabbard that just sort of like clamps on to my back, so that when I grab it, it just instantly releases, so I don't have to like pull it, because like this is kind of an awkward motion, so it's just like a little clip that I just like swing off. So
yeah, because you can almost like set into your suit and then like pop out.
Yeah, exactly. Because I have pretty fine control of all individual bits of my armor normally.
Yeah, totes.
Amubis watches you make your own like.
So go ahead and
is seething.
Yeah, go ahead and do another tinker one. You can do this with advantage, I'll say, because I'll say your own armor is a very familiar thing to you. It's kind of your thing.
Amubis is seething.
You're able to make exactly what you want.
Seething.
And I'll say that for the other two, you can't help but be impressed with the kind of again, kind of receptiveness that his armor has to being modified. Like, he'll reach to do something and you know it's him doing it, but you almost see the metal move out of his way as he's working on this. Like, it is very receptive to modifications. Yeah, so you're able to get that going.
I don't know that you guys have ever seen him specifically work on armor, because it often just sort of happens in the interspace between path locations. So might be interesting.
Also,
he talks to it.
Probably one of the few times that you're not actually wearing it. Because to work on the back of your armor, I imagine you have to take off at least the chest plate part.
Yeah, I step out of the armor fully. There's a lot of moving slats and bits and stuff that I don't want to be caught inside. I've got my finger stuck before, so.
Nat, avert your eyes.
I'm wearing.
Yeah, actually,
I'm not. Sorry, Anubis. Did you think I was nude under there the entire time? You didn't say anything. I would have said something if I were you. Something like, "Isn't it hot?" Or
if you want battle armor, you
could
be fully missing a finger just for fun, because it replaces lost limbs. Your armor does.
It's true. That was the original idea behind Wingless of Ariel. Is that it replaces limbs, and I'm like, that'd be real fun if you had limbs that were non-standard. It would replace those too. And so I do have some amount of articulation on my mechanical wings that I can pop out, but yeah, not too much.
Cool.
But yes,
Sorry, I think
that's me. That's me
interrupted
done.
you, Bootu. Good deal. Forging minigame over.
I got a low score on the.
So yeah, you finish your forging. You settle in for the night. Yes. I mean, you could try to do it yourself. Be like, I can do better than this.
He can't though. He's like,
If you want.
clanking his whatever. Puts it up.
Yeah, so there's not really a day-night cycle down here in the Underdark, so you rest for the resting amount of time and then choose to awake.
I do so. I choose to awaken.
I forget where Top went. He went somewhere.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, he went to
Alibaba.
Yeah, to go tell everybody that the
You want to go tell
demon
everybody else
that
yeah,
was plaguing them was gone. So he's still doing that. It's a fairly large area, and so he'll probably be out for a good while.
He's just at the pub.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Like I told the
telling
bartender
everybody.
first. He's like, you can reopen. He's like,
You can reopen
sprinting
and
to
also
the
give me a drink.
I got your first customer.
You hear like an air horn going off in the background, like, and everybody's
He's like,
now
no,
headed
trust
to the
me.
pub.
This is the quickest way to
attention! The
teleport.
pub is now open.
They just flood in from everywhere.
Well,
Shall we?
I
shall
wonder-
we keep going then? If we're
I wonder what they would
rested?
drink in the Underdark. I imagine some kind of vodka because it seems like potatoes would grow, maybe.
I think
I know
probably
what
mushroom
more alcoholic
wine.
kombucha. That's my guess. Is a sort of fermented kombucha like.
True.
I think mushroom is also a reasonable guess. Some sort of mushroom ale.
Well,
I don't know if that's a thing, but sounds cool. But yeah, kombucha is technically a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. SCOBY.
Kombucha
So delicious.
mushrooms.
I think it might not technically be a fungi, but it is.
I always like imagine dwarves made like magical mugs that made their beer.
That is true.
more
There is-
potent.
There's canonical magic items that either produce booze or make non-alcoholic things alcoholic. I think there's a mug that turns water into alcohol.
Ooh. Little Jesus cup.
Mhm.
I imagine there also maybe could. Well, I just don't know how many plants there are. I was thinking they could make some kind of mead with underground bugs, but
Well,
yeah,
in
they've gotta
Dwarf
get
Fortress,
nectar from somewhere.
I've learned how to brew. And we just
have
go to the
things like that, right?
surface and we get all the fruits from the trees,
Yeah.
and then we take it
Yeah.
underground, ferment
It's not
it.
really an option down.
Maybe there is a form of underground bee, like maybe some sort of giant like horrid monster that produces a honey-like substance that you can then brew into a sort of undermead.
Silkworm
Yeah.
mead. Some sort of worm
Yeah.
mead.
Wormead. Bye.
I mean, pretty much anything that can produce sugars is what you're looking for.
Which I think is the specifically difficult part of underground because of the way that's
Yeah.
like sugar is produced.
Well, in Dwarf Fortress, you make it with red mushrooms. And pig
Yeah, mushrooms is definitely.
are used for weaving cloth. Anyway,
We're going
Shall
into
we
some detail
get going
about this.
towards? Yeah. Shall we get going towards better and brighter things?
Yes, let's. I'll wield my sword out in the open. I just gotta stare a little bit at Karos as I walk out.
Listen, I stopped you from poking
How you
people with
feeling?
it accidentally.
It was worse before, in his defense.
That's true.
I didn't make it.
It is better.
I'm sorry. Are you not enjoying use of both of your hands so you don't have to just carry it around with you at all times? the demon spider sword touching your hands at all times.
It's too late now.
Wear some gloves.
Yes, I have always thought you should wear gloves when you touch that thing.
Gloves are made
I
out
don't
of,
think magic items work like that, but
made out of
It's mostly-
leather. How do you think
you
leather's
touch it-
made?
It's like a little sticky, but
you
it's
wear
done in that way
dinosaur
that, like,
leather.
doesn't
I think we
actually stick.
established.
That's fun. Oh yeah,
I think we established you wear Cholton dinosaur leather.
Specifically, yeah, Utah is specifically like god of.
Oh, you're frozen.
Oh, he
God of
went
Chult,
away. Oh,
which
then he's
is
back.
an island of dinosaurs in D&D. We lost you for a sec, but
You back,
Yeah.
Battle? Okay.
I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that.
I explained that it was a dinosaur island.
Isle of dinosaurs, indeed. I could hear for most of that time. But...
Oh, cool.
What an island. Is it a park?
Yeah, it's fun. Tomb of Annihilation.
It
Is
is
there
fun.
like a park theme?
Jurassic Park, indeed.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da. There was definitely some.
the theme is
Themes.
undead.
And
Undead dinosaurs.
Slash dinosaurs.
Yeah, undead / dinosaur.
Who decided to combine those two?
Sometimes,
Although I
That's
will
what they
say-
need
are
for the
combined.
next Jurassic Park movie, you know, just throw in
It
undead
was
and
zombie, though,
necromancy.
Zombie T-Rex.
We got very lucky rolls, and in all our sessions, we never saw any undead. So we were
Yeah.
like, "What do you mean? This is a regular island."
It's like a totally undead laden campaign. Like there's just undead left, right, and center, and they just always manage to avoid them for like we played a good like 13, 14 sessions or something like that. Did not encounter one undead.
Wow.
It was pretty funny. We're like, "This is a chill island. Like we're having a great time." Very funny. All right, so you head back out to the slums, and you see that there's a lot more lights on now. You can start to hear a hustle and bustle. Some people have started hanging out their laundry. You can see dwarvish people greeting each other in the streets. So things have livened up a bit. There's still a somber feeling in the air as they were already in slums and they've been locked in their homes hiding from demons. So they're doing worse than slums. So they're not doing terrific, but they're certainly pleased with this small victory of being able to have community again. Oh, nice Pikachu emote.
Right.
Where'd you get that?
Looks like a
Just in the chat.
Pokemon.
Was that an
The
official
fighting game
Pokemon?
Pokken
Mhm.
tournament had a bunch of yeah.
Or Unite?
You're right. It is Unite.
Oh, snap.
Possibly.
The emotes.
No, it's Pokken. Because Chandelure is here, and no one has ever cared about Chandelure before or after Pokken Journey. Where's that lantern?
I think it is Chandelier.
Hey, climate changer, you back?
Yeah,
Hello.
I think
Hello.
I might prefer lantern.
Sometimes it'd be like that. So,
It kicked me off for some reason. Huh?
Mumble's being
Possibly just being shoddy.
once you get at Nat kind of takes the lead and points you in a direction. She's like, "It's this way towards the center of the city." And she starts leading the way. Why don't you give me a perception check as we go? Anyone who cares to have a look about.
I'd love to have
If you're not a look about character, don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm a look about.
You
Well-
know what I'm looking for, though, right?
What are you looking for?
The
More
most
orphans? Alright.
expensive item in the area.
All right.
I'm going to say it's the giant crystal at the top. I don't know if that's canon, but
You know,
the light source.
other than that, but
I mean, shockingly not. It's just a luminescent rock. They're kind of fairly common here. Just a nice big one. All right, let me think. We're in the slums, the dwarven slums.
you notice Thrustweb.
What a value! Yeah, right. Everything you have. is
Everybody
more
notices
valuable
Thrustweb.
than everything around.
You have 1 gold in your pocket that is worth everything you see around you.
Okay. Yeah. So I will say, as you're walking around, like towards the exit, you pass a home where there is an elderly dark dwarf man who you can tell he's elderly even among dark dwarves, so he looks really old. And he's off talking to his neighbors, who's like a younger dwarf couple. He's you could tell they're kind of bored of talking to him. He's lecturing them on relationship advice or something. But you can see that next to his rocking chair is actually a decently nice banjo. And it's got some nice kind of chrome accents, maybe like some sort of ivory face. And you know, it's a little small, and the strings are a little thicker to accommodate dwarf physiognomy. But yeah, that's probably the nicest thing you see on your way out.
okay. I don't think I could ever consider king that parting a man from his instruments.
You're gonna decline to steal it.
Yeah, so I'm not certain this is exactly the place to be scoping out thefts. When we get up into the nice
Hey,
portions.
you never know.
Always on the lookout for opportunities.
There's some sort of
Wait,
wealthy
let me
baron
try to make
who's
a
like,
scenario where you
I'm
feel okay
oppressing
with
the
this.
children, and he's got like a bag full of gold. Like, I don't think we're gonna find a morally okay person to steal from down here.
Yeah, so you see, you see a dwarf woman who has like 11 children, and she's just like beating them, right? And
She's got a great.
She's
banjo. She has a
Perfect.
and
fantastic.
she's
banjo.
like, "That's it. I'm gonna get the paddle." And like as you pass by the house, you see hanging on the corner of the house, it's a paddle with like like it's like a wooden paddle with like silver nubs on it, and you hear her go, "I'm getting the paddle," but it's pretty nice and it's engraved. It says it says "obey" on the handle. Like,
And actually, weirdly enough, it's very fashionable right now to just put obey
I
on
feel
things.
so drawn to this situation. I have to save these children.
all right, give me a
That's
sleight of
exactly
hand
what he
check.
would do. There's like no way he could turn that.
Give me a sleight of hand
Lewis is
check
playing
to
devil's
steal
advocate for no reason.
paddle.
Let's not get hasty. It is parroting. There are many ways to parrot.
Yeah, she's just playing whack-a-mole with the kids. Like, if one of them tries to get up, she just smacks it back down.
I
You
don't
know what
think
they've
this
done
is one
wrong,
of those
but-
ways.
All right, that was a
It's
pretend. The banjo was the real
too much,
scenario.
right?
That was an it's okay to steal scenario.
Yeah.
Well, let's see the name.
I don't want to
Yes,
hijack it.
exactly.
I don't want to hijack things.
Okay, but Amubis, as you're walking around, you don't notice too much interesting about the environment. But you notice that Nat is avoiding people. Like, she's shielding her face as she goes by. She's ducking around things. Yeah, whatever you would think that someone with this little content with people might be interested in seeing Kinsman. Now, it is primarily dwarves down here, so that could have something to do with it, but she is avoiding people.
So I think I would wait till there's like a little part in, like, you know, we go down an alley or like we take a turn that's not really crowded and just try to, this does bother Amubis, so he waits till there's kind of like a more private area in our walk, and I'll just ask her on the side, like, Nat, you seem ashamed to be here. Is everything all right?
And for a second, she looks kind of like surprised that you'd bring it up, and then she looks a little bit ashamed, and she just says, "I don't know any of these people here. This is one of the reasons I stayed in the sewer. I wasn't confident traveling in this area. The dwarves are kind of like the ruling class here. Us gnomes we really only have our independence in the gnome quarter."
Thank you for sharing this with me. Yeah, like, gives her a nod and keeps walking.
And she will continue to lead the way. So as you kind of head through alleys and like densely packed slums, kind of every every space used, but people haven't quite filled out these areas yet. You know, there's kind of like a wave of people finding out that it's safe to come out. So mostly things are abandoned, but there's like wooden stalls, there's boarded up homes, and eventually you come to approach a gate. So there's kind of an opening in the caverns that these homes are built into, and the dwarves have built a gate kind of separating what's technically the outskirts of the city with the city proper. And I'm going to move us to another map because
New map.
y'all
New
like
map.
to
New map.
react to things. So you enter here, and
Ooh.
you see of interest. Well, let's do perception
Where should I
checks
put
to
my
get the
character?
scope of things.
I think
Oh,
we're
can
where
you
we ought
not
to
see
be.
yourself? You're on here.
Oh, I see myself. Sorry. Yeah.
Let's see. There we go. That might be better. So yeah, let's do some fresh perception checks. I think Karas has gotten his in.
I did.
Y'all are doing great at perceiving today.
Oops.
Cool. I mean, y'all are having a terrific roll. So,
Hot dice.
you see a gate that stretches from like one end of this cavernous area to the other. It is about, let's see, it's like 2 stories high. So, 12, 14 feet, something like that. It has a tall opening that right now is closed wooden doors. But much, much, much more of note is atop the center of the gate is a chained aberration. It's a creature with a wide gaping mouth of sharp teeth, eyeballs on stocky appendages. It is indeed a spectator, and it is hovering. It's hovering about 10 feet off the ground, but it has chains that are tethering it to its position. It is flanked by 2 imps, who are little classic-looking devils with their wings and their pointy tails and their red skin. They seem to be some kind of handlers of it. Yeah, that's the scope of it. You guys can do what
Do
you
we
like.
hear them saying anything, or like can we? I guess I'm trying to figure out if we can tell what anything else beyond that about the situation.
Sure. I mean, you all rolled pretty good. I would say, sorry about the coughing. That the imps are kind of arguing back and forth with each other. I need to see what they speak. Probably nothing useful.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to figure out if I can.
Oh no, they speak common.
Talk to. Okay.
Yeah, so they speak Infernal and Common. So they're probably bantering in Infernal
Sweet.
right now.
Oh well, what are they saying then?
Do they also end the banter abruptly? Just curious.
Because
fine.
I can.
Record scratch.
They've got great transitions. Their segues on point.
Flawless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what do you think we gotta do? We gotta feed it? No, it feeds itself. I haven't seen it feed itself. How long has it been up there? Well, I don't know. It's been, weeks. And it's just fine. Look, that's beyond our purview, man. We're just here to watch out. I don't know.
Oh yes, you don't.
I think it
need
might
to
be
feed
dead
it.
already.
It's still alive. You just need to tell it to go to sleep. That's all it wants.
Don't talk to them, Alibaba.
Are you speaking this out
But
loud
I
in
guess-
character?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Because I'm in. But
I'm gonna say just because of the nature of maps, I
crazy.
had to put you all here, but you're not necessarily near enough for them to have seen you. So I'm gonna let you guys.
Okay.
If you guys want to do, you're not like you didn't just like teleport 10 feet away from them. So like
Yeah.
you approached. So I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity to.
I think I can hear them
prepare or
saying
Okay.
that they've been here a couple weeks and they're arguing over whether to feed it or not.
Now, I think we've got sort of 2 options here. It sounds like they don't have a very good control on it. We could either release the creature and have it sort of attack them and then fly off somewhere and we can make our way through. Or perhaps we can take them both out instantaneously and the creature remains chained. They seem very small and somewhat squishy. I imagine we could sort of take them out and then we're left with one chained creature who I can't imagine wouldn't harm us just by looking at us, but at the very least it would be chained and we would have a much better time with it.
Yes,
Mm.
I like the idea of being chained because I know what it might do to get off chains.
I
So-
don't have the world's best ranged options. I can attack a couple of them. I can hit sort of 2 magic missiles on either side. That's about my my best go at it.
I could send
Well,
in
I
my...
could try to hit them both,
Mm-hmm.
but I probably miss.
You think on 2 imps?
Or I could
We are hidden from them, so
burn
you
them
might-
all with a fireball. That's also an option.
Fire does not historically work that great against demonic creatures, as you yourself can attest.
Gentlemen,
Yes.
what do you suppose I throw my spiritual weapon behind them, or besides them, and we hide and see what happens? The spiritual weapon can take out the edge.
I think we lose the element of surprise if we do that. I think we want to try, because what'll happen probably is you'll have a giant lion and they'll go, release the creature, and they'll unbind the creature, and the creature's unbound, and there's 2 imps there, and we're just up a particular creek.
It's not always a
down.
lion. It's not
At the
always a
very
lion.
least,
That's
could
that's
be a
true.
good,
It's been a lion recently.
attack. You know, I attack one with the Eldritch Blast, and you attack the other with the spiritual weapon, both at the same time.
Yes, and I'll magic missile both of them for the guaranteed damage, and we'll all go at once and just pow, and try to take them out early styles.
How about a suggestion? One of us try to contain control of this beast with those chains, while the other 2 of us focus on taking out the imps.
I think if we take out the imps, the creature is chained by itself and cannot. It's not unruly. It doesn't appear to be. And if they think that the chains are sufficient, the chains are probably sufficient.
All right.
My favorite plan that we've come up with is just kill the imps. Everybody attack with the best way
Always
that
a
they
fan
can.
of shooting from very far away.
All right.
Shoot them from very far away is fun. If it ends up going out of control, we'll swap to Amoobus Plan C, which is control it with the chains while the other 2 sort of focus fire it down. Amoobus, I trust you to be the chains man.
I wonder, who do you think will get shot off? I'll take that.
I suppose I'm probably the best chains man. But we can all sort of fire at once. There's, we can all prepare and fire.
Okay.
Fire when ready. We can all hold our actions and I'll do them all at once.
We're all
Like my trigger can be
chain
you
men.
doing the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
We will all be the chain guys. We'll be a gang of chains. A
A
chain,
chain
gang.
gang.
Chain. Chain.
Yeah, I'll just say for convenience that there's like a lead up and then a clearing. So we'll say, because on the map, y'all are about 40 feet away from the gate. So we'll say that's when the clearing kind of opens up, and you'll kind of know that it's going to be a lot harder to hide inside of 40 feet. Outside of 40 feet, that's probably where your sneak attacks are going to have to come from.
That's just fine with me. My range is 120.
Sounds good.
Same here.
All right, so let me know what's happening.
My character sheet is frozen at the very moment. I'm trying to get a spell off. What's the range on spiritual weapon?
60 feet to summon, 20 feet move per bonus action subsequent.
Okay, hang on.
So 60 feet initial activation.
You could do it.
From what I remember.
If I get freaking roll 20 to work, yeah.
He can.
That's what I remember too.
Are you gonna get?
You can reload roll 20.
That's what I'm doing. I'm hitting refresh.
So the thing that I am doing when when others are ready, is I'm going to two little like rocket launchers pop up on both of my wrists, and I'm going to point them at either one, and I'm going to ready a second level magic missile, two at each imp, for when my compatriots also attack the imps sneakily. But not right now, because then I would waste the spell slot.
Imp,
Do you want us to roll initiative and have a surprise round, or what? Are we just going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good question. But Alibaba wouldn't
It's a little
prepare
different than
an
a surprise
attack to-
round, because we're not. It kind of feels like we're all just getting an attack off, and then, like, because instead of getting a whole turn that they're surprised, it's an attack. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
Like,
just do an action each, and then
Potentially on their
and
turn,
then
they
maybe
wouldn't
roll
be aware of
initiative
us.
after that.
Yeah, that always feels weird to me. It's like, I don't know. That, like, you could be aware of some, and then, I don't know. But yes. So I'm going to. We're just kind of doing it, right? We're just going for it.
Go for it.
Cool.
Yeah, I think let's just do like an action each, and then we'll do.
And then roll initiative. Cool. All right. Well, then I will go ahead and roll my damage. Are we just doing 1d4 for the whole magic missile? Like every magic missile has the same damage, or do you want me to roll individual ones for each? I think rules
no,
is
go ahead and
written.
roll individual.
Okay.
Whoa.
What's rules is written? You roll them all, right? Like individual.
Rules is written. You only roll one. It's weird. It's like one of the weirdest spells.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so Alibaba, you were firing one at each imp. Is that correct?
I believe the plan was that he
No.
was firing at just one, and Anubis was going to spiritual weapon just one.
Yeah.
You go
Yeah,
right.
Both for
All right.
one. You want me to roll the damage?
Imp.
Yeah, both of those will hit.
Slash roll is. Oh, I'm in Twitch. That's hilarious. I tried to slash roll in Twitch.
That's pretty funny. I think it kind of works, maybe.
Imp 1, Imp 2. So left and right.
No.
11.
Said
And then
unrecognized
Anubis,
22.
your spiritual weapon does miss.
Oof. That imp's definitely going to be alive.
Oh no.
And then that is
Sorry, just looking at
23 points of force damage and 5 fire damage to the right hit. So 28 points of damage with no resistances and 25 with.
Yeah, so it's immune to the fire damage, but that's fine. It's still there's plenty of other damage happening.
12.
But you see the fire just get absorbed into its body. But yeah, it pops like a. But it doesn't pop into like blood. It like burns into ash, like.
Sulfury.
And then. And then it was it 4 to the left one?
4 damage exclusively to the left guy. Yeah.
So yeah, he'll take a force blast to him and kind of roll backwards comically.
Avoiding
In a
the
hilarious
spiritual
manner.
weapon.
Yeah, you knock him right out of the way of the spiritual weapon, sadly. But yes, he does survive that particular attack. So now let's go ahead and let me pull up the turn order.
Thanks
This
for
kind
pulling
of
up the
kicks
turn
off
order
the combat
before saying.
as they see several colorful beams fly their way. They're well aware something's going on. What a roll!
I got a nat 20.
Let's do this.
Oh!
Oh!
Dang!
King in the
for
castle.
three, go for
King in the
three.
castle.
That'll be the
Well,
Here's our spectator. Okay, this guy's gone. Let's delete him.
can you add me to the
Poof.
turn order?
What's your dex there, Alibaba?
my dex.
Mhm.
Just a sec. It's 13.
Mine is also 13. How do we tie break? Rollies? Roll off.
A D20.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's do.
Rock,
It's up
paper,
to you.
scissors. Rock, paper, scissors on stream.
Okay.
I don't know. He's not in heavy armor. I'll say he goes first.
Fair enough.
Does that sound fair?
That's fine, buddy.
PsZomb1e, can
Sorry,
you
I've
add me
lost
to
my
the turn
character
order?
sheets. I will. I've got a. I didn't clear it from last time apparently.
You
have,
have
like-
your invisible creatures on there that we can't see.
I see 3 Karoses. I see 2 gnats. I haven't even rolled gnat yet. Like it's a whole thing. All right. There's an imp. Oh my goodness.
For me.
Let's throw Mubus in here. We're gonna edit him. There we go. So, can I delete individual ones? Is that a thing? You can't delete individual.
Individual. What?
Totally should be able to.
Individual people from the.
You just have to delete the correct token.
Yeah, but I have several Karoses that aren't associated with the token. I don't know why they're on.
They're not on the ours. Like, you don't see it on the stream.
Are they on
I mean, I guess I can just
the
ignore
GM
them.
layer or something?
They aren't.
Because we're not seeing them in the turn order.
Yeah, I think they
So
must
you
be
may
like
have
some
to go to-
vestige from a previous contact, from a previous combat. I don't know. I'm just gonna edit them to be 0 so that I can put them at the bottom of the list.
Just skip. Yeah.
An extra Mubis, an extra Nat. Alright. Sorry, this is taking a sec. Alright.
Non-natural 20.
An unnatural 20. Burn her.
Even that rolled better than me.
That's unfortunate. Is the imp going before us?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's awful. That's terrible. Well, I suppose there's some reasonable amount that we rolled natural 20s. That was the best we could do, and yet it did not measure up to the speed of an imp.
They're fast little buggers.
Never trust an imp.
I'm sorry, this is so annoying.
My advice.
No hurries, no worries.
I'm just making sure that I have all the real tokens as like actual things.
Seems like
Just giving me time
I'm
to get
able
some
to-
snacks.
Do it.
I'm able to hover over all the real tokens that I'm aware of. Unless you've got super secret.
Yeah,
hidden-
that's why I wanted to
hidden-
get the real ones because it doesn't matter for me, but it matters for y'all. You know?
Yeah. So we're looking good on our end.
Yeah, I just wanted to get a proper nat in there. I don't think I have a proper.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Nat. Yeah. Proper
Luckily,
Nat.
she got the same number.
That is lucky. 5% chance that you didn't have to change anything.
So you're telling me there's a
Minor
chance.
speedrun skip of having to re-enter Nat's initiative order. We used a little bit of RNG manipulation there. Oh, something that's really fun to go back to the Game Boy Advance emulator and stuff conversation is you can use the suspend mode and go back in time a little bit.
Oh, I do that all the time. Literally
I do
all
it
the
so
time.
often. Yeah. I was playing Donkey Kong Country. The game is so much better. You can just wipe out those dang it, they're kind of deaths.
Yeah.
And then in Minish Cap, I was using it to farm rupees at the rupee game because you guess which treasure chest it's in, and you can just literally rewind it and pick the correct one instead.
I was doing that on Super Mario 3 with a card matching game. The mini bonus
Absolutely.
game. Yeah.
Absolutely. Get as many lives as you want.
Yep. I love it.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, what's that one on Game Boy Advance, Battle Armor that's got the I guess it's one of the early ones on Game Boy Advance where it was like the tilt, and it's a puzzle game where you got to tilt your way through the level.
Oh, yeah.
You're like looking for birds for your bird family or whatever.
Yeah, it's it was actually an assist trophy in Smash as well. It's like Puyo Puyo or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's not right. I haven't actually played it, but yeah, it's one of those classic Nintendo ones that nobody really played, but is for some reason referenced in Smash pretty heavily.
I use rewind like every level, literally every level, just.
Yeah, the funniest for me was, I don't know if you guys played Pokemon the trading card game on Game Boy Color.
Yeah,
but
adding that. It's funny.
Yeah, I saw they were adding it. That's kind of cool. But it had predetermined seeds for its coin flips. It was the weirdest mechanic I'd ever seen. So literally, if you had a coin flip card, you would play it. If you got tails, you would just not play it, wait for your enemy to do a coin flip, and then try again on the next one. Because you could save and reload every round.
Hello?
So the coin flips were consistent. It was really, really weird.
It's so fun.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, mate.
We can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Oh, he left.
I'm getting a glare.
You snacked up.
Okay. So we begin at the top of the round with the imp, who's just been blasted.
Blasted.
Boo.
And he's going to instinctively turn invisible.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good move.
Does that look familiar, Alibaba? Mubis chuckles after he says it.
Counterspell.
Ah!
I do not believe it's a spell.
Not a spell.
Okay.
I think it's just.
Is it a creature
innate
racial
ability.
trait? Okay.
Yeah.
He can just do it. The dirty bastard.
Yeah, because it doesn't follow the same rules as ability. It's actually a better invisibility than invisibility.
Yeah, it's really good if you get it on your familiar. It's just perma invisibility.
So that's all we're gonna get of his turn.
Can we still see
And it
him
is
with the
Alibaba's
chain?
turn.
Is he still holding the chain?
Were they holding the
Alibaba.
chains, or were they just
They
muted?
were not holding the chains. It was chained to the roof. They were not
Okay.
holding the chains.
Gotcha.
So Alibaba kind of hovers forward a little bit, and his eyes flash purple. And he casts Fairy Fire.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
He's gonna center it where the last place imp was. What is the radius on this? It's a 20-foot cube. I guess I could draw it on there. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, that's probably helpful. And it is a
There we go.
Dex save.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I need to clean up my character sheets. I just have trillions of them.
And I caved and paid some money for creature sheets, you know.
So the spectator fails its save. I'm gonna give it some sort of halo or something that's gonna
little wings or something.
You can do a hue over the token image.
You can?
Yeah.
How do you do that? Tint color, is that it?
Yeah.
We'll say yours is going to be red. Oh, you said purple, right? Let's go purple. Does that look good?
Yeah.
All right. All right, now I'm going to see how the imp does. If he's even there.
Yeah.
You know, his dex is decent from that roll, so.
We'll do this privately.
/
And that's all that
roll.
happens.
Oh, gosh.
Dag nabbit.
We now have a glowing spectator. Anything else from you, Bud? Any movement and bonus?
I think after not revealing itself and disappearing, Alibaba's going to move away as far as he can in fear.
Sounds good.
That is not good.
All right, Karis, it's your turn.
Okay. I am. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and cast Web in a similar area that Alibaba has cast his thing. It's also a 20-foot cube. And yeah. So
is that
starts its turn in the
is
web?
That just
or
magical,
enters...
or is it on a surface? Like, would it be on the?
It is. It
surface,
is
like.
It's magical and on the surface. It's you have to like tether it between things, otherwise it'll just fade. But you can also layer it over the ground. So I figured with the rooftops and everything, it'd probably have like enough to have like a pretty decent 20-foot cube. I think anywhere that there is,
you could imagine it like a web page or something. Like you couldn't get out of it.
Webs fill a 20-foot cube from that point for the duration. Webs are difficult terrain and lightly obscure the area. If the webs aren't anchored between two solid masses, such as walls or trees, or layered across a floor, wall, or ceiling, the conjured web collapses on itself, and the spell ends at the start of your next turn. But yeah, so on the start of their turns, they'll have to make a dex save. On a failed save, they're restrained, but it's naturally difficult terrain and lightly obscured. And then I'm going to rush forward as best as I can.
All right.
I'm gonna sort of make myself a little bit of a tasty target
because they're at the apex of the roof. I'm trying to think what it could anchor itself to. You could kind of do it like in an area in front or behind the
I was hoping
the wall.
I was hoping to layer it
Or maybe-
around the roof up to the spectator and grab onto him and sort of like drag it down a little bit because it starts as a 20-foot cube, and then I sort of imagine it sinks down to whatever stable level it goes to. Did you read the spell? Because it has a depth of 5
it's
feet.
in roll.
Yeah.
It's in roll 20.
It's like
So-
if you took one of those weird physics simulators and you threw
Like
spider
drops.
webs in a cube, and then you play the physics.
I guess my concern is like you have a creature, and then you have chains, which really aren't like a tree or a wall.
Mhm.
Those are the only things that are above the roof. So I don't think there's anything to make them like 3D. Like they could cover the roof, but I don't think there's
Okay.
anything solid enough that they could like fill that area. But you could do them like I said, like in front of the wall. You can make like a massive web.
We'll do.
But probably if you're trying to do it on the roof, the surface of the roof would be the best that you can.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I have such limited options, ranged wise, that are not fire or noisy. All right, I am going to. You know what? I'll just run up here and mirror image instead. I shan't
Okay.
do anything too fancy on it.
Sounds good. That's when we make the shadow clones.
Yeah, and then if anybody tries to make an attack roll against me, I get to make rolls against that. I'm gonna move sort of.
Nice.
Is there any visible way up onto the roofs from here?
Let's say. Yeah, let's say there's well, on the outside of the walls.
There might not be.
You could climb up. It's like wooden slats, so like it's not the hardest looking thing to climb. You could also probably get on top of one of these carts and jump. So that would be like that'd probably be like less difficult than just climbing up a sheer wall.
Okay.
You can look around.
I will sort of
something around.
Up around onto this cart, but not actually start climbing it yet. Just sort of use it for cover and get a little bit off the ground, in case I decide to scale it later. So all right, for a long turn, that's my turn.
No, it's fine. I know I was not very clear, and like it's always questionable, like what's going on in the maps and such. 'Tis the curse of Roll20.
Indeed.
All right, Nat's gonna take a real simple turn. She's probably just gonna. She's small, so she's just gonna hide over here, behind some debris. I'm sure she'll be fine. Let's roll
behind some debris that are present.
Does she have
better than here?
Yeah, she hides terrifically. And that's going to be all for her. And then, we've made it to spectator's turn.
Beauty is in the eye
of the baby
spectator.
Beholder. So you're all gonna hear a voice in your head, and it's gonna be an undercommon. So some of you will understand and some of you won't. But you can all tell that it's a single word, and I think maybe Amubis is still the only one who speaks Undercommon. And that word is meat. And it, yeah, you started to learn it, didn't you? Or Elvish or something. You started to learn something.
I know
it's gonna
Elvish.
fire rays from 2 of its eyes. So at Karos, you are going to get a
What must I do?
confusion ray.
Oh, bad at
So you
wisdom.
do a wisdom saving throw.
Ah.
All right. You are confused. You cannot take reactions. And on your turn, you have to use your action to make an attack. Doesn't look like it forces you to move, so you might be...
I can't move, even. The target
Doing
can't
anything.
move, and it uses its
Oh,
action
yes.
to make a melee or ranged attack. Don't even have ranged weapons.
So, you immediately feel very dizzy, and your displays seem inscrutable to you within your helmet. You can't remember how to open your helmet. It's all a mess. Like, I would say this almost takes like a glitchy interference kind of vibe for you in particular, where just everything kind of stops working how you hope. Your suit almost takes a life of its own.
I lose my
For
inherent
a
connection.
second beam, we're going to have a paralyzing ray at Alibaba. So let's do a Constitution saving
Paralyzed
throw.
for a minute. Oh, okay. You make the save throw at the end. I was like, paralyzed for a minute?
Yeah.
That's a ranged.
Ooh, and he passes and is not paralyzed.
Close call.
Man, that was close.
And you'll see that it'll start to float, and the chains will stop it, and so it'll descend back down to its previous position, which is about 10 feet above the roof. And that will end its turn. Amubis, it is your turn.
Okay, quick question. How high of a roof are we talking? Like from ground up? How?
2 stories. So I would say like 12,
24
14
feet.
feet. 24 feet? There you go.
12
24
feet per story.
Okay. Second question.
Oh, but then the roof pitch.
And it's 10
Yeah, I'd
feet
say
in
it's
the
lower
air.
than that.
Probably like 30.
It's dwarf, so like it's gonna be
That's true.
shorter than that.
You're right. I didn't think about that.
I would say dwarves are maybe like on average like 30% shorter than a human.
This is like fantasy architects right here.
So maybe
Dwarven stories are shorter, but Dwarven stories are
Well,
much
it
longer.
kind of depends
So
on
maybe,
the economic
let's say, like-
aspect.
let's say
Visual
like
that-
built
to
to
build
code?
into.
Is it built to code?
let's say like 16
Who's good?
feet to get. Let's say 16 feet, I guess,
Okay. Second question.
because that's like 30% less than a typical.
So wait. So sorry. It was
Yes.
You said 20 feet. Is that what we're establishing?
No,
Like
he said
16 feet for the 2
16.
stories, and then maybe an additional like 2 feet for the roof pitch. So let's say 18.
18. Okay, cool. Second thing. I still have my ring of jumping.
And then spectator is 10
Like
feet above
half.
that. So
Hello?
What?
Ring of jumping, indeed.
yes, you do.
And I have a jump spell. Did the language in the ring say I could cast that at will, or just cast that using a spell slot? I cannot remember. I want to
I think it's at will.
I basically want to run and jump. This is what I want to do to get up there. Because it's jump speed triple.
Let's see. Yeah, it's here in roll 20. Let's see. While wearing the ring, you can
get
cast a
something to do
jump
with you.
spell as a bonus action at will.
Sweet. Okay. And then jump speed
And then
is what?
let's see what that jump spell does.
I'll put it in the chat. I got it right here.
And the maximum height a character can jump is 3 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, so... And then jump triples?
No, triples.
3
Jump
plus your strength would be 4.
Distance. I assume that includes height.
Sounds like you might
And then
be able to
triple
make
that is 12.
16. Oh, no, you're right. It's just 12. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
not
literally
high
just...
enough.
You could jump up and grab the eave and hang from the
But,
eave.
okay,
and
so...
You could jump to one of the carts.
So you can kind of, yeah, you can kind of see like this part is the roof, but this part is 1 story high. So you could make it up to this part, and then maybe. I mean, how much movement does it take? You might be able to do it in 2 jumps.
Oh, like a Mario.
Make a high jump. If each foot you clear, yeah, you can do it in 2 jumps, but maybe not all on this turn.
Okay.
Because it costs movement, you know?
Okay, I get you. So, I'm going to first get my movement
But you
on.
could use your action to dash. You might be able to do it. Because you're casting it as a bonus action.
Yeah, if I dashed, I would get right there near Dahlia.
Sounds like fun.
Well, I'm like in danger if I do that, though.
The cow jumps over the moon. We're all in danger, currently. It also
true.
seems like it isn't like a physical like slapper. Like I would be less concerned being right up next to it versus being within eye vision.
All right. I'm going to use all my movement. Dash 30 feet. So 30 feet to where just past regular movement would put me right here for 30 feet. And then
Okay.
I'm going to go 15 feet and then 15 feet.
Cool.
No, or sorry, 15 feet and then 10 feet. So what do I need? Do I need to do athletics or something? Or just do it?
No, you have super jumping power right now.
Cow
so
jump over the moon.
You just leap. Nice.
Dalio,
All right, so
finish
he's
it
still
off.
hovering 10 feet in the air, so he's a little bit above you. But, yeah, you used your bonus action, so you can't attack with your spiritual weapon this turn.
Oh, that's right.
But,
Bummer. What do I do?
Another
what do I
time.
do?
but you're
Guys,
in
what do I do?
position.
Fight!
All right, looking good.
That's it. And
Cool.
panics and yells to his compatriots, what do I do? What do I do?
Much like
Now I
Scott
have to-
Pilgrim, Karos just yells fight.
Fight. Now I have to scroll
Is
through
it
10,000.
Alibaba's turn?
I have to scroll through 10,000 of these guys. Just a second.
It is indeed, though.
Well, there might be someone unseen who goes before you who you know
That's
about.
true. I forgot. It hit it from our turn order because he's gone.
All right, now it's Alibaba's turn.
Okay. That's ominous. Well,
Why are there 2 of you?
Shouldn't he? Oh, there are.
I
He must have
I
dragged
could
himself
not
on.
control that other one, so I dragged one on
okay.
you.
So did you roll initiative with your?
Yeah, I was at
Hopefully-
21.
Hopefully
It's
this
the one
doesn't
off.
move
It's
you.
the one
Okay,
off the
good.
corner. Yeah.
Good. It's all good. I was just worried it was gonna like disappear when. It's good. All right.
So
You're in charge.
Alibaba is going to He pours like a smoky incense out of his flask, and it blows up into the air, and it forms this cube, a 30-foot cube. The fairy fire winks out. So if you could delete that, I can't seem to delete it. Very good. I'll delete it.
Is that concentration? Is that why it's
Yeah, he loses
going away?
concentration.
Okay. I
To
will remove
cast this new
the two.
pattern, the hypnotic pattern, which he's going to cast.
I don't know if I can
centered
remove
on
the tint. Okay, here we go. Save. Okay. There we go. All right.
Be a nice baby beluga reference.
All right, where are you doing this?
I am. I drew it.
Oh, please don't.
Damn.
Can you move that just one square upward for me?
Hold on
Well,
just a sec.
If it's gonna hit them, it's gonna be. Well, I guess no, it doesn't have to be too high for you.
I was
Yeah,
just drawing it, you know.
This does
Oh,
hit
gotcha.
allies. Keep in mind.
It does, huh?
Yeah,
You
doesn't
can
like
drop
them.
it. You can drop it right before Anubis' turn if you cared to,
Oh yeah.
or just leave him centering.
Breaker. Cheers.
Oh well. I'm not sure if I still have the meta magic.
Mm-mm. No more magic.
No, I
meta
think you
magic.
lost the meta magic.
Okay. All right. Well, disregard that.
Wisdom
In that
saving
case,
throw.
give me some wisdom saving throws. I'm trying to get that pesky imp somehow at the risk of everything, really. So.
You have to do this as well, Alibaba. Which save
No.
is this?
Anubis.
I do.
Amubis, sorry.
Yeah.
It is a wisdom
Is it
save.
wisdom? Why am I not seeing this?
It is. It's in the middle.
Okay, there it is.
Oh,
So
incredible.
wise. So wise.
Incredible.
Yeah, you do.
My
You've been through this before.
my reading comprehension is not so good today.
If everybody else fails, this will be great. Oh,
Spectator fails. And let's do something else. Ignore me. Ignore me.
Ignore me.
Okay, so he basically
sorry.
becomes incapacitated and he can't move. So I don't think he can attack or anything, essentially, unless we attack him.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm having the worst trouble finding all of my stuff.
no worries. Takes any damage.
I'll just describe this hypnotic pattern to you all. To like,
Yeah.
it's a crazy smoky pattern, right? And the specter just can't. All of his eyes can't take in the amount of information, right? So it just throws him off.
Yeah, I bet hypnotic pattern is actually incredibly effective against beholders because they all just every eye just turns to look at it.
Yeah, all the eyes are waving around, looking all over the place.
All right, I'm just looking at what incapacitation does. I think your speed becomes 0.
Yeah, speed's already 0 because of the spell. I don't think that's a part of incapacity. I did it. How would it specifically state that then? That's just the worst noise. An incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. That's it. Speed becomes 0.
Okay.
Any creature whose speed is 0 and does not have a hover speed, if it's a fly speed, it does drop. If it's a hover speed, it does not.
All
if
right.
you'd like quick rules about it.
No actions and no reactions. Sounds good.
And speed is 0 as a part of the spell.
And Alibaba, on the end of his turn, will say, "Don't touch that specter. Let's just leave it to its own devices." And that's it.
Spectator.
Spectator. Okay. I haven't heard of that variety.
Are you sure? I could just, lead it around with this chain. I give it a yank.
Oh, you yanked the chain?
They are
no.
fixed to the
The roof.
roof, but yes.
It's not a Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade balloon.
It reads the spell
It's like
ends
with the
for
ends
an
holding
effect
onto it.
creature if it takes any damage, or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature.
It was
I don't even see
metaphorical.
specifically.
It was metaphorical.
He doesn't even have
Shake,
an action.
shake.
Yeah, I don't have
Shake
that
it
action.
to me,
Shake
too.
baby. Shake.
That would be funny.
All right, is that the end of your turn? Or are you going to do anything else, sir?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, no, that's the end of my turn.
Karos, it's your turn.
Can it make me?
I believe
use a
you can.
spell?
I believe it says attack.
Yeah, melee or ranged attack. There are melee spell attacks. It doesn't say weapon attack.
I'm gonna
or
say-
ranged weapon attack. It's not.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's not going to cause you to use spells.
All right.
I think it's
well,
more
then I
like
am
lashing
going
out.
to-
Like
Yeah, I'm since I have nobody in range or anything like that. I'm just going to sort of hunker down and try to slap various parts of myself to get me to
do a fresh.
stupefy myself. But do I get to do another wisdom roll, or is it just done until the end of its next turn? Okay, I'm just good. Cool. So I do nothing on my turn, and it ends.
All right, cool.
Yep. Turn over.
Nat is not going to do anything at all. As you're all standing there, you're going to see the spectator gently shake and snap back into
Snap back to reality.
focus.
Oop, there goes gravity.
And it is the spectator's turn.
How does that?
And shook free of his stupor, he's ready to go.
Who could have shaken him?
Whom indeed. So it's going to target a fear ray at Amubis. You have to do a wisdom saving throw or be frightened. Oh, that's a failure.
With the +7.
I know, that's the worst.
You are now terrified of this spectator. It has a second shot. It's going to that's right. And it's going to do another confusion ray at Karos.
It was a good plan. Ah.
You are yet again confused.
Yeah, there are like little red warning
as soon as you
alarms
manage
going
to
off inside my suit.
Snap back into reality, you return to the terror or to the confusion. You're not scared. Amubis.
I'm not afraid.
So
faced with this terrifying thing in front of you.
When I saw, because I was right there, when I saw him shake out of the
Yes.
stupor, was the chain shaken at all? Or did it seem to be, or was the creature himself able to shake?
Imps can fly, so one would assume.
I thought somebody ran up next to me and shook the chain. So I didn't know if I saw
No.
that.
I assumed there is a secondary invisible imp who went after me. Well, after Nat shook him, and he's good now.
All right.
That was sort of my read on the situation.
That's a good read. Copy that. I'm going to, at a distance within 15, around you to a distance of 15 feet. So you say that my source of my great fear that I'm terrified of is 10 feet above me, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Spiritual Guardians.
Alrighty.
It's a fantastic plan in this instance.
Because I am scared and can't use...
Split around you.
Really can't do much. But Dalio is not scared. Even though that's technically an attack, right? It would be a disadvantage.
It still counts as you.
Yeah.
It would be a disadvantage.
But I know that Dalio is not scared. That's what matters. It don't matter.
He appears to, yes, be scared.
You too, Dalio? This thing's freaky!
Yeah, they as Dalio charges, it unfortunately does miss.
Okay.
Presuming that it's attacking.
So I don't know. It's 15
It misses
feet.
no matter what.
The little spiritual guardians, when you see me cast it, the little tiny Dalios start popping out, little tiny lion heads everywhere. 15 feet up from my position and around me in a radius, you just see a yellow aura of tiny little Dalios.
See if I can give you an aura.
Floating.
I remember 15
And they
feet.
will not. They will not have to make that save until their turn.
But they may have to.
Right.
Or an imp may have to.
Token aura. Token aura? Do you know token aura on it?
I did. Can you not see it? Let me see. My permission.
I cannot. Yeah.
See. Is that better?
Didn't see his name.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Here we go. See.
Boom! There we go.
Can I do a quick retcon before I end my turn and ask that be cast at a higher level?
Can you? We're only 6th level.
Never mind.
It's a 3rd level spell.
I can desire it. It's not. I can't do it, but I can desire it.
You can want it really hard.
Want it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that's it for me.
I approve of your desire. Okie dokie. Some things, strange things, are happening to me.
Does he need to roll any damage?
Why don't you go ahead and roll damage? Because we know at least the spectators.
We don't have to. Yeah, we'll have to take some
Space.
damage.
Okay.
Space.
The final frontier.
I got a big recommendation for
Oof.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. 1, 1, and 2.
But I guess I'm thinking of the invisible spell. Never mind.
Yeah,
Never mind.
taking damage.
I'm afraid so.
Oh, they'll still take it regardless. I don't know if they're around.
And speed is halved.
And we come back around.
To Alibaba or to the imp?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just sorting these things out.
And specifically, where is the imp?
Don't worry about me. Ignore me.
We don't get to know.
What's that sound?
All right, we are back to Alibaba.
I will try my tried and true trusty Eldritch Blast at
Eldritch
the
Blast.
whatever. The Beholder.
The Spectator.
Yes.
Oof, those will both hit.
So, one thing I haven't been doing properly for this class that I've just realized, I just linked it in. So that's one thing, and then this. I guess what I'm saying is, the Genie's Wrath, the fire damage, it just happens once per turn.
We've been doing that.
Yeah, I've been accounting for that in my head.
Okay.
Yeah, we mention it almost every time that one of the fire damages gets dropped.
Okay.
That's 27 damage. Ooh, baby.
Alibaba's
Some
been in the
beefy
land for a while.
damage.
Yeah, boom, boom.
It's true.
Doing boom, boom damage.
Well, we don't. It's hard to know how many sessions it's been since it's been, like several months.
Yeah.
It could have been like 2 sessions ago that he was in the lamp.
Yeah, so in beautiful plumes of lava and magic, the Spectator takes some major hits.
Good. Hope I burned a couple of eyeballs off.
You did.
I
It's all
didn't
eyeballs,
think
you can't
that it
avoid
might
them.
be.
Anything
I
else
didn't
from you?
think that it might be not resistant to fire. I could have used heat metal on the chain, so it's so cool.
Oh, I screwed up. It's alright. It's my bad. Is that it from you, Alibaba?
Yeah, that'll end Alibaba's turn.
That'll also
Karos.
end Karos's turn.
Confused Karos. Nat will continue to
I'm so
do
confused.
exactly what she's doing.
Is there like a help action to like get him unconfused or anything?
I am now unconfused.
It just lasts one turn,
Okay.
so
It's just that I keep failing these wisdom rolls because I only have a +2. It's a 50-50, and I lose those.
yeah, sorry, it's all on me. Okay, so
Do we roll different damage for him, or is it same carries through?
I think we'll do the same for each round, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's maybe what we tend to for. I feel like
Yeah, I don't know what the
what do
proper
we do
rules
here?
are. Yeah, we ask every single time. So Amubis, next to you, you're gonna see suddenly become visible a wee imp, and it's going to do a melee attack against you with advantage because of its invisibility. It's going to do a sting attack.
Sting and moves. Sting and moves.
That hits, presumably, 21?
21 does hit, yes.
So I need you to do a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. Oh.
All right, you pass, so you take half damage from that.
Okay.
So you take 6 plus 7. You take 13 damage.
That hurts, little one.
As it stings you with its wee tail. It laughs maniacally.
You got to make
at
another concentration check.
Yeah, go ahead and do another Constitution save. That's success.
No problem.
You maintain
Fortified.
the spell.
Does it take any damage from my Dahlia hits?
That would have happened while it was invisible.
Gotcha.
So it's a secret.
The world will never know.
It's a secret to everybody. And the answer is yes, it did take some. It has to take some damage from that. If it's near you, it did.
Yeah. No. All right. So the spectator is going to do his save now. It's save.
It's a difference of 2 damage. It's fine.
Spectator starts with S.
That's true.
It will fail.
Take
Okay,
it
nothing to
off.
sneeze at. 4 radiant damage. All right, it's going to do some beams.
Beams. In the future.
Oh my gosh, why did I close the character sheet? I know I'll never find it again. So it's going to do a paralyzing ray at Anubis.
No.
So do a Constitution saving
Jeez.
throw.
I'm just con saving left and right.
Oh,
Ooh, you are paralyzed.
The man
for
is
1
paralyzed.
Worst timing.
That's not good.
Worst timing.
minute. I don't think that makes you lose concentration.
I was about to get the imp a workover.
Let's see. Can't move or speak. Automatically fails strength and dex rolls, attack rolls. Yep, no, you're fine. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
We're in the danger
That's
zone.
insane.
Highway to the danger zone. Danger zone. And then it's going to do a fear ray against Alibaba.
That would have crippled me.
Wisdom saving throw.
Hamstringed
Yes.
me. Nice.
He passes. No fear for you. Alright, Anubis, you are paralyzed.
Does that also mean I can't command spiritual weapons?
No
I think bonus
actions
action.
or
Even with
bonus
my eyes, I can't like blink.
Bonus actions count as actions, yeah.
They do.
So I can't do anything.
Yeah,
I guess it wouldn't say
it's-
action singular if it meant.
yeah, it's capital actions instead of action. So yes. But he can make a save at the end of his turn to see if he's still paralyzed. That's
Yes,
the one
do
thing
another
he can do.
Wisdom saving throw
Wisdom or
with disadvantage.
wisdom or con?
Con.
Oh, I'm sorry, con saving throw with
It is
disadvantage.
constitutional. Oh, they got disadvantage?
Yeah, it can repeat the save. Oh, that's for the fear one. Nope. So the paralyze is ended. You are free.
Yes.
Which means you get your reaction. If you
And I will keep that reaction in my back pocket for the imp moves.
All right, go ahead and roll damage again for your stuff.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. No whammies. Hell, that's good.
Hey,
that's good.
that's much
good.
better.
That's good. That's good.
All right.
Much better.
Blah 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 blah. Lots and lots of character sheets. So we're gonna do secrets.
Don't tell nobody.
You see a little burst of ash behind you.
Behind whom?
Behind Amubis.
Oh no. Oh,
A
because he
burst.
died. Right. No, it's good. we like bursts of ash. Bursts of ash are good.
That's good.
And okay, so now Alibaba. An imp appears next to you from seeming nowhere
What?
and does an attack.
Crap.
'Tis the question. It's gonna do with advantage because it was invisible. A critical hit. Get ready to do a Constitution saving
Unfortunate.
throw.
That's not as bad as it could have been. 24 total
Meets
damage.
it, beats it.
Ooh, meets it, beats
wow.
it. Nice job.
So close.
So
that is instead
half of 13 is 6. You
15.
take 15 damage
Okay.
from the sting of this imp, a dimp.
That was a lot of damage. Ow.
And one more
Where did
second,
you
and
come
then we'll
from?
get back to the top of the round. Amubis, you see another pop behind you.
Incredible.
All right, and it is your turn, Alibaba. Every time we get to your turn, I get a new Amubis token I get to delete. I don't know why.
Hey, by the way,
You just deleted
funny.
Alibaba.
you know that hypnotic pattern that's been going this whole time, right?
It's only when they only make the save when it first appears, and it's just maintaining it on the people who it affected at first. So you could drop it now if you wanted to. Nobody's actually affected by it.
Where did Alibaba's token go? Oh, over
I
the
see it.
side.
He's
Okay.
down in the bottom right.
You were out of frame on the stream. I have to get you in frame. There we go.
The pattern
Okay.
appears for a moment and vanishes.
As you leave his sphere of influence, he's going to take an attack of opportunity against you.
Sting.
Not with advantage, just with regular.
It's gonna be another
I do apologize. I was just moving for the stream.
You haven't
Well,
actually moved.
I
It's
got,
It was a good idea anyway, because you would have disadvantage on your ranged attacks.
I got it fixed. It's not a problem. Where you were is fine.
Okay, so Alibaba, it's my turn. He leans near the
Well,
imp.
now you should definitely move because you know it's free.
A
Well,
worse
he
DM would
moves-
re-roll it.
He moves near the imp and stabs him with the
With a
surprise-
knife.
the King of Sleep, the modified King of Sleep.
We'll call it narcolepsy. The
There we
specific the hinge is narcolepsy attached to the King of Sleep.
Let's see it.
What do I do here? I guess I'll just.
It should be in your character sheet. It's a +1 dagger, I think, or +2 maybe now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to figure out.
It's
What the modifications actually did mechanically.
It's got Gambler's Blade on it right now, right? So it's a +3, isn't it?
Let's see.
Okay.
You can choose anywhere from +1 to +3 when you choose it, and I think you might have done 3 because you are a gambling man.
Okay.
So I think it's a +3 dagger that reduces your dex saves by 3.
All right. Sounds good. +3 dagger. I keep getting these shadow clone Alibabas that pop up. It's really weird.
That is very odd.
Who's doing this?
Should I just roll a d20? Like, +3?
Is it not in your character sheet?
Well, I'm clicking on it, but it's not.
Oh, it's just not.
It'll be your dexterity plus your proficiency +3. So your dex is +1, your proficiency is +3, so it's +7, it's 17.
Okay.
17 to hit, if you'd like to just take that.
17. It is.
Yes, that hits.
All right, so I think I have to cast the sleep spell.
Yes. Yeah, it'll immediately fall asleep. That's plenty NT. We're gonna do this nice sleeping
Sonkshu.
emote.
And he will move away from the...
Cool.
And that will be Alibaba's turn.
All right. Karos actually gets a turn.
A real
Congratulations.
turn for me?
You won.
Hooray!
A real turn. So
All right.
honored.
I'm gonna climb up on top of this just to get a better vantage point. And I'm going to. It might die. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and magic missile the spectator.
All right. Quantos magic missiles, i.e.
12 damage.
Cool.
Because it's only at first level, so it's 3. I cast the other one at second. Yeah, 12 damage flat, and I'm going to put down my helmet because it was annoying.
You're confusing me. Well, that'll actually do it. So as you fire your magic missiles in midair, they split into even smaller pieces, and each little mote hits an eye each. As you hit them all at once, they all pop and it falls. It kind of like almost rolls off of the roof, but the chains keep it from doing so, so it's just kind of lulled over there on the side. Unlike the imps,
Yes.
it doesn't disappear. Its body actually remains. Anything else from you? That was a good shot. Got him.
Nope. I think I'm going to stay as within the zone of truth as I can. Yeah, actually, I'm going to get next to this imp. I'm gonna stand as next to this imp as I can.
Yeah, so it's at roof level, so it's still probably a good.
Oh, that's right. It's
close
too
to
high.
10, 15 feet above you. But
No worries.
you're
I'll
near.
be there regardless.
You're nearer it than you were.
Yeah, I just won't.
Nat will do.
I won't be able
nothing
to
for
harangue
usual.
it in the same way.
We're gonna do a save here because it actually could survive this. Is that success?
Okay.
16 success.
It has advantage on. Oh, of course, because it's
Yeah, it's an imp.
That means it beats it. Yes.
All right, so it barely survives, and knowing better, it immediately turns invisible. And that's all we know. Spectator's dead. Amubis.
reminded me of the head of Netharian in World of Warcraft. When you kill a certain raid boss, it like hangs from the gates of Stormwind for like a few hours or so. It's really cool.
Did the imp that was by me? I missed
Exactly
that
that.
part. The imp that was by me, he ran away, or
He survived and went invisible.
He turned invisible, and that's all we know.
Inwittable ink.
well, shoot.
Just randomly.
I
Yeah.
want to stab at the air where he was.
Sounds good. You do not hit anything.
It would be a disadvantage, but
I tell Dalio, and even spiritual Dalio rolls eyes at me.
As you both attack the
just like
desperately.
real him used to do.
Like old
It's like
times, right, chum?
real him. hated
You
me
making
too.
fun of me? Strongest connection with his beast, despite having the worst relationship with his beast.
Yeah.
Paradoxical.
Do anything else there, Trego?
Yeah, anything else from you, mate?
That's it.
It all misses, I'm afraid. This imp is asleep. Nat's gonna keep hiding. She's not into not hiding.
I agree.
Alibaba, anything from you?
What?
Your turn.
Okay.
There's
Wow.
an invisible imp somewhere around here and a sleepy guy.
Yeah, and part of me feels like I should just kill the imp that's asleep,
Yeah.
so that the other imp doesn't go over there and just wake him up.
It's a reasonable idea.
Thought.
We could interrogate him, but I don't know what information we require. Maybe leave him.
I'm gonna shoot
Maybe
this
leave him.
imp.
We can always just like crush him later. We've got it's horrific. I shouldn't have thought of that, but if we wanted to, we could keep him.
It's gonna be
You're shooting
disadvantage
him.
because he's
Go.
prone.
It's still a 22 with disadvantage.
Nice.
Okay, I'll roll again. Let me see if I can do it.
You can toggle disadvantage if you want. Yeah, both of those will still hit. That's enough.
It thinks that one of them is correct.
He'll poof. It's still enough.
And then
It's gonna poof
and
and
move
dash.
back to where the ash cloud is drifting to the ground beneath. So,
Beautiful.
good luck over there. That's his turn.
Karos, anything from you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to fairy fire, and I'm gonna do it in a sort of let's see, draw shape, draw a rectangle. Cool. I'd love to draw a rectangle. It's what, 15 feet? Let's see. Where's
I think
my
it's 20 by 20.
20 by 20? So that's correct then. Yeah, we'll go like right there. Oop. It's for some reason an incredibly dark color.
I can
Yep.
see it.
It's just okay.
Sounds good. As you blast
Yeah,
and
I'd
sparkle.
sort of try to.
I'm afraid nothing.
It's a deck save if anyone's there, but no, it's fine. Sounds good.
Anything else from
that's. I'm gonna sort of hop Oops. I'm gonna sort of hop my way over here if I can. Like I'm just gonna spend the rest of my movement, my turn, trying to scramble up to top of roof somewhere over here,
Sounds good.
and I'll just stop right here.
As always, we'll do nothing. And the imp was trying to shake his friend. He pops up next to Alibaba.
Oh no.
What?
And I'll shout in Infernal.
Oh,
Glory! Glory to the sealed one!
Oh, man.
It's pretty glorious.
Let's do a Constitution saving throw. That's right, it doesn't look like the damage is too brutal.
The fact he hasn't run away is bold.
Oh, but you take it all. 15 points of damage from his sting.
Disgusting.
That's the end of his turn. Amubis, anything from you, buddy?
Can I get over there to help?
And I'm poisoned?
It's 30 feet to
No,
get right next to
just
it.
poison damage.
Okay.
You don't have the I don't know how downward movement works with your move, but
Yeah.
I think you can fall instantly. You just maybe take some damage from dropping 20 feet.
Yeah, I don't know. With the jump spell active, I feel like if you can jump that high, you can survive a jump that high, right? The logic seems to follow, but I don't know.
I think it would hurt your legs to probably jump up as high as you could and then land. Like it might hurt to jump all the way up and then land. So who's to say if it wouldn't?
That's what I want to do. And if I need to take fall damage, I would totally be willing to take that. Your call.
I'll say
Just
you
be
can jump
fun
to
see
the
a
cart
giant
and then a
cow
second
that
jump. Like you can jump down to this cart and then a second jump to where you are to avoid fall damage.
Okay. And that would be my full 30 feet movement. 15. And so then
The giant jumping cow.
there, I'm going to try good old thrust web. And I'll just go, there
Cool.
you are.
Any sort of reaction from the imp when thrust web appears?
Nope. Surprisingly chill. That'll hit. Ooh, babe.
11 piercing.
Look at that damage. Yeah, you're running through, and he pops like a balloon when the tip of the sword hits him. Just an explosion of ash. And now I'm going to clear my turn order, and hopefully this will fix all my problems. Yes, everyone gets experience. And I know we're a little late, so we'll probably call it there, but fun times, guys.
Yeah.
What a fun enemy to use.
I always enjoy fighting a beholder or a spectator. I also like how you limited its CR and therefore like difficulty level by training it. I enjoy that. I had a similar plan for an encounter that I had planned that I was like, I'll just mount them to the walls. It'll be great.
Yeah. It's like a turret then. I always had in my back pocket that the imps might release him, but didn't end up being necessary or desirable.
Yeah. Indeed.
Is it is it random? What damage type or ray type? I guess.
No, you get to choose. You just can't use the same one twice, but you get to choose which two you want to use per round.
That's cool.
So I was trying to be strategic.
That's nice.
Cool.
Stratego.
Well, that is another session in the
That was a
books.
fun combat encounter for sure.
It was good.
Thanks, guys.
I like the terrain as well. Up and down is always fun.
Yes. might implement more of that because it was fun, and I don't normally do that.
That has been session 34 of the Unbeaten Path. 34.
Wow.
So, thank you, PsZomb1e. Thank you, Climate Changers Alibaba. Thank you, Battle Armors Karos. And I'm Poo2. I've been Amubis this episode. Thank you for finding the PUTASU channel. Thank you for watching the Unbeaten Path. Now we're the After the Fact. Drop us a comment.
Spook.
Drop us a follow. Drop us a subscribe. We would appreciate it. Thank you all and have a wonderful good night.
Bye.
Bye.